Friends, my buddy, the guitar rabbi, can't believe I've got a guitar rabbi in my wheelhouse. He let me borrow his Klon, as he calls it, and he got this thing off of eBay for like $63. That's it over here where my toe is. So I have played through a real Klon before. I have a buddy. It was many, many, many years ago, and you know, back then I was into really high gain, and I wasn't so hip to what a Klon does. Although I have to say, when he showed me what he used it for, it sounded way better than using a tube screamer. And I don't know whatever became of it. I don't know if he still got it or not. He's sitting on a gold mine now. They're like $4,000 or $5,000, some of them. But he had obtained one through trading, wheeling, and dealing. Today I'm still playing for fun, the $99 Grote Telecaster semi-hollow thin line GT150. It's called GT150. And so I've got, with my mics here, I've got some string sound coming off here. So when I do these demos, I'll probably mute all these mics and just let you hear what's going straight into my Zoom LT25 live track. I just want to show you what this thing will do, which is pretty good, pretty true to what I think a Klon is supposed to do. A Klon is not about super high gain. A Klon is about sort of semi-transparently improving and boosting your sound, giving you some extra gain, a little better for your leads. Let's say you're playing a clean lead or clean sound, and you want a little bit of grit and you want a little bit of extra oomph, and you don't want your distortion pedal, like sometimes a tube screamer or something will sort of color the sound. And so, you know, so this kind of does too, depending on how you set it, but sort of in a way more subtle way. And so a lot of people, the big rage is you got to have a Klon, right? Or clone. And there's so many different ones. So Christopher got this one off of eBay, and I've been messing around with it a little bit. So what I'm playing right now, this is just my guitar going straight into the board. So that's just the sound of that. I'll pick an amp sound here. Let's start with the American, the Joyo. And so let's give it a little bit of an amp sound. A little bit of the Fender sound. So let's say we want to beef that up a little bit. So that's kind of what the Klon's supposed to do. So pretty nice, yeah, isn't it? Now, I can change the treble here a little bit if I want it to be a little thicker or something. I want a little bit more gain. I can certainly throw some more gain on it. I'm not going to change it. This thing's output's pretty stout on this. So here would be a little higher gain. I'm all in the neck pickup on this guitar right now. So without it, let's try it with the AC tone. I may need to dial in a little better sound here with this. Let's change our voice a little here. So that sounds pretty nice. See the Klon. Lead tones. with Klon. Let's go a little bit higher dollar here and go with the Strymon. So this is the Strymon with like a Marshall type. Clean Marshall with a, and then with the darken it up just a little bit. And you want to hear how the gain goes? Let's just bring the gain on up with that. It gets a little noisier when you get a little higher gain. Kind of gives you a little bit more overtones and stuff. Let's do it like a tube screamer comparison. Here's my tube screamer. Oh, let's do the Klon. Pretty nice. I'm going to take the output back just a little bit on the clock. This thing's very high output. I just got it set to about, gee whiz, like 9 o'clock on this little output switch here. Turning the... I'm going to switch over to the Fender sound on the Iridium. Too high output here. I'm going to switch over to the chime sound on the Iridium. This should be a Vox type sound. Here it is without the Klon. With it. Let's crank the drive back up, the gain up a little bit on the Klon. Let's kind of dime it out here and see what happens. Still not all the way up. See how noisy it gets. Not really hearing much, are you? Let me turn it off again. Back on. Turning the Strymon off, back onto the American. Wonder how it would sound with a tube screamer added. Here's without the Klon. Just a tube screamer. Pretty wicked sound. Turning the tube screamer off. Kind of cool to stack the gain there. I don't know if I throw this overdrive on, it will get really crazy. So that's too much. I can turn the gain back on that. You can hear how that. Of course, I try to be really careful with my overdrives and distortions to try not to color the tone too much. I try to, when I use this purple pedal here, I'm trying to get sort of a Eric Johnson sort of feel to it. Let's throw the Klon on that. Back over to the AC tone. Klon. I want to take that treble back some more too, just in case. Compare it to a tube screamer. And both again. Throw the American on too. With just So there you go, folks. That's some examples. It's not thorough by any means or by any, thought or notion, but it's playing around with it so you can see. I like the sound of it. And if this is $63, it can't come close to what a real Klon can, or can it? Let's take the gain back a little bit again. Let's make it subtle. Let's take the output up. Let's just take the output farther on up. We've not really tried it as a very clean boost. Let's go back over to the American for a minute. Okay, here's without. And with it. So that's with sort of minimal gain. Let's take it on back even farther and the output up. I think Hendrix is having a fit. gotta go see what my dog's into. There you go. My kind of look and take on this Klon clone. I'll put the link to where Christopher got this. If it's something you're really into, you're into that sort of sound, you're into just a nice sort of subtle boost, you might really dig this. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like.